Hi, in this video we'll be discussing GMAT Official Guide 2017 edition Quant Problem Solving question number 64. Let's have a look at this question. If you look at this question is made up of 4 to 5 lines, so it's better to solve this question part by part. Let's see what the first 2 lines of the question has to say here. Then we'll move on to the remaining question. 4 staff members at a certain company worked on a project. So there are 4 staff members. The amounts of time that the 4 staff members worked on the project were in the ratio of 2:3:5:6. Okay, so there are 4 staff members. Let's call that 4 staff members as A, B, C, D, and right, they have worked, right, total time they worked in that project is in the ratio of 2:3:5:6. So 2, 3, 5, 6. So basically A would have worked, right, these are ratios. A would have worked total time 2x, 3x is the B total time work, 5x is the total time worked by C, and total time worked by D would be 6x. If one of the 4 staff members worked on the project for 30 hours, out of these 4 members, one of them has worked for 30 hours. Great. Now, which of the following cannot be the total number of hours that the staff members worked on the project? So total number of hours means adding all these. Total time would be what? 2x, 5x, 10x, right? 3x plus 2x is 5x, 5x plus 5x, 10x, 16x. So basically the total number of hours has to be a multiple of 16. Alright, and one of these staff members has worked for 30 hours. Okay, so it's a pretty simple question. We can try to work on either using the options, or we can just do directly as well, right? Just assume that A is the person who worked for 30 hours. If A is the person who worked total number of hours 30, then 2 into 15 will get you 30, right? 2 into 15 will get you 30, that is x has to be 15. If x is 15, then total time, right, x is 15, then total time 16 into 15 is 16 tens are is 160, another half 16 into 5 is 80, so it becomes 240. So answer choice has to be E, 240. E is a possible value, but the question says cannot be. So 240 can be, so we can eliminate this, right? 240 is possible. Okay, let's assume, like, now let's move on to the 3x. 3 into the staff B worked for 30 hours. Now B is the person who worked for 30 hours, means 3x I'm taking it as 10. So in that case x has to be 10 here. If x is 10, then total time 16 into, right, 16 into something will get you 160. 16 into 10 will get you 160. So 160 is a possible time, so we can eliminate the answer choice C. Now here itself we can stop. You have 160, 240, but 192 answer choice D in between is not matching up. Okay, will I get from 5x and 6x? Definitely you will not get from 5x and 6x, because 2 into something is getting you a bigger number, 3 is getting you a x as a much more smaller number. So 5 will definitely get you a much more smaller number than 2 and 3. 6, of course, x would be a much more smaller number. So in that case, right, you cannot have answer choice D as your total number of hours, right? So anyways, right, answer has to be D here. If you want to just cross check quickly, we can do that, nothing wrong here. So 5, if I am assuming third person, that is the person C is working for totally 30 hours, then 5 into 6 will get you 30. So if x is 6, then 16 into 6 is 96. So 96 is a possible value. So what about 80? 80 means, right, 6 into 5 will get you 30. If at all I am assuming 30 is the number of hours worked by the person D, then 6x is equal to 30, then x has to be 5. If x is 5, then 16 into 5 is 80. In that case, we can eliminate answer choice A as well, because 80 is also a possible value. Answer has to be D. You don't need to do this 2 extra steps. You can just stop, right, at the answer choice C after you conclude that you cannot have further bigger value than this, because 2x and 3x, in between you don't have any other multiple, right? Then you have is 5x and 6x, which is a bigger multiple. So in that case, x would be a smaller number, and total number of hours would be further smaller. So in that case, right, answer has to be D. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? So otherwise, right, this is the normal way. Otherwise, what some students, right, here expect is doing back solving. We can do back solving, nothing wrong in that, but remember that there are 2 conditions. One is the total number of hours has to be a multiple of 16. Total has to be a multiple of 16, but all the answer choices here are multiple of 16. And also when you assume that once it's a multiple of 16, say this is 16x is 160, then x has to be 10, then that x somewhere should get you one of these 4 employees, one of the total number of hours is 30. For an example, if you take x as 10, then this becomes 20, 30, 50, 60. So 30 we are getting for the person, B, second person. But suppose if you take 192, 16 12s are 192, in that case 2 12s are 24, 36, 60, 5 12s are 60, 6 12s are 72. Nowhere you are getting that one of the person who worked as 30 hours. The condition to check when you are doing the back solving is that one of the member who has worked for 30 hours. So answer choice D is not going to get you that condition. Okay, so that's the process of doing back solving. Here, not necessary that back solving not really required here. Is it going to save a lot of time? Not necessarily be. The normal way, say whenever you are doing could be or a must be question, normal way is just plug in, use the options and get to an answer. I hope this is clear. Answer has to be here D. Thank you.